the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup. We're ready to go on the pontoons. That's the job we need, Adrian. Lying on the pontoon all day in the rain.
Yeah, it's a
bowling.
Yeah, a joy.
They did a great job though. So Perry and standing on the buck station. Gaffney and Morton from Australia who are heading out. In fact, both boats converging here on Temple Island. Now sort themselves out.
The Leander crew responded to that quite well. Only 6 or 7 strokes and they realised and moved across. These 4 athletes are development athletes, basically. They're trying to go to the next Olympic Games. The Australian pair is part of their LA project, and they've been to World Championships and World Cups. And this Leander pair as well. It's part of the GB development group.
Yeah, the Australian pair is a little bit younger, aren't they? You've got the 23-year-old, 24-year-old. Eliza Gaffney and Samantha Morton. Let's go live now down the track, and it is them, the Australians, who have got a lead, but again it's a tight race. As we get closer to the weekend, the races will get tighter, more competitive, and here again, not much between Gaffney and Morton to the left of your picture, and Perry and standing in the Leander colours.
No, not at all. No, it's going to be a good race down here. Still, the overlap is still, as we go past that progress board there, the Leander pair has just kept hold of them, not let them slip away.
There's a low-flying aircraft, causes a bit of a stir over the enclosures. Sure, in these cloudy conditions, that's where you want to be. I think where you want to be right now is where Gaffney and Morton are, the Australian pair.
The Leander pair are taking more strokes per minute, and they're fighting hard to try and get back on terms here with the Australians.
And this is the stage of the race to do that.
Yeah, it really is. And this is, as the course now moves away from the bank, there will be a slight more advantage for the Leander pair, and they need to take advantage of that part of the course. Those 3 minutes in the middle. But the Australians there maybe starting to move a bit clear, using their length and their power down there to hold them off. It is a crucial period now for this Leander pair to make sure they keep some sort of contact, so they can still feel the other pair.
And the Leander pair, is worth pointing out, they're used to getting to the weekend intact, still involved. So last year they made the final of the Town, Standing and Perry, as well as the semi-finals of the Hambleden, losing to the overall winners. So they're used to being in the boat tent on Saturday.
They are,
and they're in danger of not enjoying that experience this time around.
Yeah, there you can see quite a lot of wash there for these crews. It's interesting to see how these pairs manage this bounce now as they come through. You can see the blades starting to hit the water a little bit on the recovery.
So Gaffney and Morton of Australia trying to hold on to their lead. It's not such a substantial lead that it's beyond Leander to overturn this. There's how much of the race remains. And the Australians actually just starting to put on a spurt here. Just need a surge.
Yeah, they have put their stroke rate up. They have done that, exactly.
Authority.
And both the Australians rode in the Australian team in the 8 and the pair at the Poznan World Cup, and they got a silver medal in the 8. So they've got some very recent international experience.
Yeah, Morton winning gold in the Under-23 World Championships in 2022. Gaffney rowing in the pair at the 2022 World Championships, finishing 9th. So they have got very reasonable expectations to be involved in Los Angeles in 4 years' time at the Olympic Games, and this is another step on that journey. And for the Leander pair,
these two athletes,
Standing and Juliet Perry,
they really are aspiring to use the training at Leander to move themselves into the main training group for the next Olympic Games. But the Australians really, it's a composed row. If you see how long Leander stuck there, and the Australians just stayed there, and like you said, when you saw the push, they suddenly made this decision to move away. They've now created some gap between them and Leander.
Yeah, we're having a few steering issues now. Leander just down, but...
And that's the part of the problem, because the distance they are behind now, they're getting caught in the wash.
Yeah, so it's to their disadvantage, isn't it, to head off into the middle of the water. They've now corrected that. Perry and Stanley, you can see in that Leander boat, but Australia looking good for progression in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup.
You can just see here in the Australian pair, when they finish the stroke, there's a little bit of time, and the boat accelerates a bit better. With the Leander pair, they're having to chop it away and quicker to get more strokes in.
The rain starting to fall a little bit more heavily, but that's not distracted the Australians one bit. Eliza Gaffney and Samantha Morton. Another step in the right direction for them. Having a decent season. And on they go into semi-finals day tomorrow at Henley Royal Regatta. A couple more strokes. They're home safely. And for Perry and Standing, well, they did very well at Henley Royal Regatta last season. This has been a sterner test this time round. And they won't be involved tomorrow in the Hambleden Pairs Challenge Cup.